Hey, church, for the past year, we have been praying that God would open up doors as we take steps to launch a campus in Brookfield. And he has continued to do that and been faithful. One of the recent prayers that we've been sharing as a church and talking about is him opening up a door to the right person to lead that campus, which is an essential part of it, making it go well and moving the mission forward in Brookfield. And I'm excited this morning to introduce Colt to you. We connected to Colt through an organization that we use to help us find the right person, Next Gen Staffing Search Company, and they kind of connected the dots, and we began a conversation, and that conversation then continued to several interviews with our staff, with our elders. Colt was here a couple weeks ago just to check Crossroads out. He was able to meet with some of the families in Lane County. And after all of those conversations and all of those meetings, we're excited to introduce Colt to step in as the campus minister over in Brookfield. And so we want to introduce him to you. We want you to get to know him. Because of just kind of limited travel time, he isn't able to come down on a Sunday morning with us. And so we're going to spend some time just having a conversation, invite you to be a part of that. And so, Colt, welcome.
Thanks, homie.
Man, it's been great getting to know you.
Yeah.
But introduce yourself to the church, hobbies you have, family you have, where you've been serving. What's that look like for you?
Yeah, so I'm Colt. I've been married. I'm from Los Angeles originally. Moved out to Joplin, Missouri to go to Ozark Christian College. Woo, woo,
yeah.
Come on. I finished that in December of 2019 with my undergrad in Bible and ministry. I met my wife shortly after moving there. Ring by spring is a real thing. 3 months and 1 day from the first time I met her, I proposed to her, which is insane. I would not suggest that to any of you youngins who are listening right now. But I have a whole past, as you'll shortly learn about me. We were both trying to grow up and do life right.
Yeah.
So got married to her. We now have 2 lovely kids. My son Roman turned 2 recently, August 28, and my daughter Olivia will turn 4 on November 11th. She is a sweetie pie, for sure.
Yeah.
My hobbies, I like. Well, if any of y'all are new parents, you know how your kids are your hobbies. You're always with them all the time. So my hobbies are just playing with my kids.
Yeah.
We like to go to the park, go hike around places. I like being outdoors as much as I can when it's nice weather. Going to the zoo is a good thing so we're in Iowa right now, Atlantic, Iowa. It's right between Omaha and Des Moines. So we like going to Omaha Zoo or Des Moines Zoo, but Omaha is pretty good, that zoo there.
Yeah.
We like doing that. Or hobbies, actually, I was thinking, my first class in my graduate program, I got my master's in pastoral counseling. And one of my first classes was talking about how hobbies are therapeutic. So you have to write a paper about how hobbies are therapeutic. I thought, I don't have any hobbies. So that works out well. I like working out, going on runs. That's great. Being outdoors again with the kids, but like any other hobbies, I don't know. I like football.
Yeah.
I don't follow up on football though, or sports for that matter. Like a good game, like good snacks and good commercials, as everyone does. And I Googled hobbies, and then I typed it in my Amazon app, hobbies, and I saw these cool little plywood model things. Like you pop out the pieces and you assemble them yourself. I do like 15 minutes here, 5 minutes here, whenever I have some downtime, and I thought I would hate it because I'm a spaz. Y'all will soon learn I'm a spaz. My mind's going a million miles an hour, always thinking about all the different things I got to get done. But that, for some reason, is just calming for me.
Yeah.
It's therapeutic, so I just do that whenever I can. Again, now I have like 10 of them built, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah. As you heard, Colt said he likes to work out, which is obviously a mainstay of the rest of our staff at Crossroads. And so, just kidding. Colt, one of our core values, man, is that we are imperfect followers. None of us have it all together, but we're learning to follow Jesus. And your story of learning to follow Jesus is just kind of crazy, man, how God got your attention. Yeah. And so share that with us, how you learned to follow Jesus and kind of what that story is.
Yeah, man, it's a story. I'll give you the super short version. Maybe later on I can tell you in depth with this. Yeah. But long story short, grew up in Los Angeles County, California, living a normal life. Got 2 parents still together. Got 2 older sisters. Life was pretty normal for me. And in high school, I used to drink and pop pills and smoke weed and doing life all for me. I got in a real bad car accident when I just finished my first semester of my community college in California. 19 years old, and I crashed my car going 80 to 100 miles an hour. And long story short, I was supposed to die. Didn't die, made it to the hospital. Crazy things happened. I was in a coma, and I woke up out of coma, said some crazy things about me talking to Jesus when I wasn't a follower of Jesus beforehand. No one was my family. And then after this, I couldn't talk again for 2 more weeks. And then I was in the hospital for a month, got discharged from that, went to live-in therapy, outpatient therapy, relearning how to walk and talk and swallow and do that again. And I completed my therapy in 6 months. And that was a miracle. They said that should have taken 2 years to do.
Wow.
And then it was 7 months after my car accident happened, like a few weeks after I graduated out of therapy, I was arrested on second-degree murder charges for the death of my best friend. He was a passenger in my car, and I crashed my car street racing, and he got ejected and passed away. The car kicked it on me. And that was by far worse than any other physical ailment, any other drama I had to deal with was having his blood on my hands. That was 7 months after the accident happened. I got arrested on murder charges. About 4 months after the accident happened, I tried to kill myself. That's a whole story. I'd love to share more details later on. But as I was doing it, God intervened in this crazy way that I knew it had to be Jesus. I'm like, I need to give my life to Jesus. There's no way this God thing is not real. Like, Jesus is not Lord. Like, this is the reality.
Yeah.
Gave my life to Jesus in my room, found a church, and got plugged in there. Got baptized, and continued going there to worship Jesus, learning more about him. Got arrested, and long story short, I spent 2 years fighting my case in downtown LA County Jail before crazy miracles happened, and I ended up getting out of there in 3 years. So 2 in county jail, then a year up in state prison. They dropped the murder charge to a manslaughter. And while I was there, I was leading nightly Bible studies, and God kept me safe pretty incredibly because of that. I went to church when I got released, a real life church in California, which is where I gave my life to Jesus at. I was volunteering. I did an internship and a residency and continued to speak at churches and schools on my testimony. And then I had 2 job opportunities in California, or there was taking out student loans and going to Ozark Christian College in Joplin, Missouri, which makes perfect sense, right? So after a lot of stressing and fasting and praying, I eventually said yes to coming out to Ozark Christian College and farthest thing from the beach. And no, thank you. I would not want to be there. And I'm not a follower. My church, all the staff was from Ozark as well, not too unlike Crossroads is. Yeah. But I came out to Joplin, and I had that deep peace. I knew that's where God wants me to be.
Yeah.
So again, I did 2.5 years there, got my bachelor in Bible and ministry, and then I finished school, and I moved up to Iowa to pastor this church for the last 5 years.
Cool. In that time in Iowa, first of all, that story, every time I hear it, just is mind-blowing, the way that God works. And connects the dots and brings everything together for his glory. But in your time in Iowa, since you've been up there, things have been going well, church has been growing, that's exciting. Yeah. What is maybe like the one thing that God has taught you in that time in serving full-time ministry, kind of leading charge up there? What's the one thing that he has taught you?
Yeah, that's a good question. A lot. What's one thing? I think of, I learned this back in Real Life Church in California. I was over 2 departments there on a much smaller scale than being a lead pastor, being over everything. I learned here the importance of delegating, and your ministry will never grow beyond your capacity.
Right.
Jesus had 12, and then he had 3 inner disciples right there.
Right, yeah.
I can maybe do 5 people at most, pouring into and investing them. I'm not Jesus by any means in this. But if Jesus did 12 and he had 3 inner disciples, then we should be modeling our ministry the same way, pouring into a small group of people and then even small group intimately with them. Yeah. Because I can only do this much. But if I empower you to do your group and your sphere of influence, you get them, the ministry expands, grows incredibly. Yeah. That's what we're experiencing here at my church. I'm at in Iowa right now. It's pretty awesome to see that.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's one of my favorite things is watching people grab hold of ministry. And instead of just being a part of it, but own it and then lead it. I love to watch it. So there's a transition from being the lead guy up in Iowa and transitioning to a campus where you're leading that campus, but as we've talked different times, leader and follower kind of at the same time. Yeah. What is something that just really excites you about stepping into this role as campus minister in Brookfield?
Yeah, man, I'm so stoked. I'm so stoked about the specific campus pastor role in Brookfield. My wife and I, since May, we started praying. I finished my grad program in May in pastoral counseling. And we started praying, like, does God want us to be where we are in Iowa, not only at that church, but like leading in that role for the foreseeable future. And we began praying every night of should we even be open to looking somewhere else?
Yeah.
Since May. And through different things, we got the answer of yes, we should be open to exploring other opportunities. And some of the things we're praying for is campus pastor and in Missouri. Both these are campus pastor and in Missouri.
Killing it.
Insane, man. Insane how this happened. God's been confirming this in so many ways.
Yeah.
Like, this is where he's leading us to go. But specifically, as campus pastor, I love discipleship. I have a huge heart for discipleship in small groups and counseling and evangelism. Discipleship, counseling, and evangelism are my sweet spots, I believe, where I'm at. I believe preaching is, I believe I'm gifted with preaching, and it's something that I do enjoy. Not every week, though. Been doing this for 5.5 years every week, and then 2 years every other week before that.
Yeah.
I love it, but I feel like my sweet spot where God's gifted me is in counseling, discipleship, and evangelism.
Yeah.
I would love to focus on that at Brookfield.
Yeah, yeah. Well, there's so much excitement with the campus role and kind of aligning your gifts in that.
Man.
There's also fears.
Dude,
Anytime you take a step, there's also fears that accompany that. And so if you were to just kind of get honest for a minute, not like you've been lying the whole time, but if it, just kind of that transparency, what's a fear that you're trusting God in right now as you take this step?
Oh, dude, I have so many fears about taking this step forward. I've tried to talk myself off the sledge of jumping to what's great now, my church in Iowa, which is exploding, it's doing incredible things to go where we believe God's calling us to go. God doesn't call you to do what's safe or comfortable. He calls you to be obedient.
Right.
And we really believe being obedient is coming here. With that, two big fears I have. I was part of a campus launch team in California. My residency was over the 2 departments. And seeing how I loved it during that time. We did the whole mapping out the community, planning, engaging them, all that stuff. And at first, it was great. I was there for 6 months of our launch of that. So a year, so 6 months before, 6 months after the launch. And then I went to Ozark to go to school. And following up with them afterward and seeing the campus collapsed. And this is no longer a thing now, which that's a fear. That the excitement will fade and people will just want to go back to the main campus again or just find a different church. Also, being transparent, a fear of I'm going to miss preaching more than I do.
Okay.
I do love preaching, and I will still get some reps over there at Crossroads, but that's a fear that I will miss preaching more. But again, we believe God's calling us to do not what's comfortable or safe, but what's being obedient to Him.
Yeah, yeah. And how many times does He reward obedience?
Oh,
Over and over.
I'm in Iowa. I'm in Iowa and Missouri. Never from LA. Why would I ever want to come here?
Yeah. Missouri from New York, same.
Shoot, dang, dude.
Yeah.
Has to be a God thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so you talked about you love building relationships, you love discipleship, you love connecting people to Jesus, which is just at the heartbeat of what we do.
Yeah.
Where did that come from? How did that develop? That passion, that gifting. I mean, I know there's a sense where we all are just given some of that, but some of it is also developed. How's that grow?
Yeah. So I think of my story back when I was in California, when I was incarcerated. I had a guy come and meet with me. He was my ex-girlfriend's grandpa, and he was a chaplain. And he was about to retire, but he stayed to come and witness to me and minister to me. So he came in my cell like 2 or 3 times a month and really built me up in the faith, really discipled me. And I loved that, grew so much from that. And then I got released, and I have a mentor of mine who I met with for the 2.5 years I was in California, discipled me one-on-one every week. We'd go to breakfast and just grow me, and he'd empower me. He's the one that talked me into doing the internship, which was the residency, and even going out to Ozark Christian College and eventually landed me here. I know the benefits of one-on-one discipleship.
Absolutely.
And that's huge. So I love that. Counseling as well. I recently, finished my grad program, and I realized counseling is another form of discipleship. It's just taking them a little bit deeper and helping them adapt the frame that they see reality through, the lens they see reality through. So I just really love that.
Yeah. So you came down to Crossroads a couple weeks ago. You got to see kind of firsthand what we just get snapshots on the website and things like that. You had some Zoom interviews, but now you got to meet guys in person. You got to spend time in Brookfield. ate some great pizza in Brookfield.
Dude, that was some good pizza.
It was real good pizza.
For a little town, too?
Yeah, I
That's
know,
insane.
man. Yeah. But also got to spend time with some of our families that are from Lynn County, getting to know them. So kind of all of those things, now that you've experienced Crossroads firsthand, what is something that you just can't wait to be a part of? Jumping into this role, like not just what excites you about the campus minister role, but like just being a part of Crossroads in that way. Just what is something that excites you after all those experiences?
Yeah, man, it was really neat to go there and see y'all's DNA is spot on with, I believe, what God's called me to do. The passions that I have are very similar. There's a few things. One, when we got to come visit a couple weeks ago, we went between the 3 o'clock or the third service and the second service.
Yeah.
We went beforehand, and I know you knew I was coming. I didn't know if you told the staff or elders or anyone else, but I wanted to go as anonymous as I possibly could because I don't want anybody to know that, treat me special because I'm a candidate or
we wouldn't.
extra.
Don't worry. No, I'm just kidding.
Thanks. So I just want to come in, and I walked in, and I said, "Oh, hey, I'm just in town visiting this church. Like, we don't know anything about this. Can you help us out?" And right away, y'all's volunteers were really hospitable and helpful, and walking through the kids ministry, which I love that your emphasis on the kids ministry. That's huge, man. I got 2 kids of my own and want to set them up well.
Yeah.
That was awesome, and I thought, okay, I'm gonna sit back and see this crossover between the second and third service. Just look and observe the people that come out and how they look. Mm-hmm. And they came out with like a joy on their face.
Yeah.
One of your guys' value is joy, one of your values that you have. And I love that so much, man.
Yeah.
People, they go to church in more traditional churches, or it's just what they've always done, and it's just something you check off the box and they get on with their life. But they walked out like happy to be there. They were talking to each other for I don't even know how long in that foyer. It was a great thing to see. So I want to be part of what God's doing there. Yeah,
absolutely. Okay, so couple quick hit questions that I did not send you ahead of time. All right, so you have to pick one or the other. Cat or dog?
A dog.
Dog, absolutely.
We have a cat, though, that I love.
Okay.
So that's a tough one.
I was always anti-cat
until
like a year ago, and now we have 2 cats. So kids do crazy things. Okay, that wasn't not quick. Pizza or tacos?
Pizza.
Chicken or steak?
Chicken.
All right.
We have steak so much in Iowa because they kill cows and eat them all the time. We have a freezer full of beef, and it's awesome, but like steak is like a normal thing now. It's no longer special.
Okay.
So I like a good chicken.
Okay, all right. Mountains or beach?
Beach, man. Come on.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Southern Cal. Yeah, my bad. All right. If you could pick one vacation, where would it be?
One vacation. Shoot, dang. We really want to go to New England area.
Yeah.
We want to go explore that sometime.
Yeah.
Yeah. We love history, so we did the whole Virginia trip. We spent 9 nights out there exploring Jamestown, Williamsburg, Yorktown, all that stuff. Love that a lot.
Yeah.
New York or New England area would be neat, or Florida would be nice to see.
Yeah. They're nearly the same, New England and Florida. So, listen, church, we could sit here and talk for a long time, and I know that there's a whole lot more details about Colt that he could share and that you want to get to know, and you will have that opportunity. But we want to give you this chance just to meet him so we can introduce him. And as he gets ready to step into this role, here in a week, we're going to just affirm the elders' decision on this as a church. Just say, yeah, we're behind you. We're praying for you. It's what we've been doing as a church. And as God has kind of brought all of this together in crazy ways, we're going to continue to trust him in that. And so that will happen next Sunday, that we will affirm him, stand behind the elders and Colt in this decision. So just want to give you a quick chance to get to know him. And Colt, man, we're excited. We're excited about what God's going to do.
Absolutely.
One.
Amen.
Yeah. So thanks, Rich.